is A Automotive Reviews, and today we have here Gordon Murray T.50, new details of a 650 um, horsepower supercar. Now, the Gordon Murray T.50 is often called the spiritual successor of the McLaren F1, and as further spec details emerge during the development, we can see why. It puts a single-minded focus ahead of a normal needs. Murray has confirmed that a new X-Track 6-speed manual transmission is being developed to handle 650 horsepower and 332 foot-pounds of output of the Cosworth V12. It's going to be quite an engine. Put simply, the bespoke engine in the T.50 supercar will be the highest revving, highest power, density, lightest, and fastest responding naturally aspirated V12 ever made for a road car, says the maker. And that fighting talk. Now, the gearbox is designed by Dacia Berkshire and is promised to be highly tactile connection between driver and the T.50. The transmission calls on the full spectrum of the X-Track high performance vehicle and motorsports experience. Now, steering it will be required by a 3.9 liter V12 spinning at a near extraordinary 12,100 RPM redline. Gordon Murray, a ground effects supercar for the road. After a splurge of specs and a rather detailed sketch, we now have a real picture and specs detail of Gordon Murray latest supercar, well, an official rendering of one at least. Now, as shown by the sketch, let's go back. The car is dominated by a 400mm ground effect fan, but the rest is par for the supercar course. Interestingly, we can see bits of the McLaren F1 DNA along with some Ferrari, and perhaps a little McLaren longtail too. Alongside the picture, we also get more information about how the complex ground effects aero and the T.50 will work. It's been developed using Racing Point F1 Team wind tunnel using 40% model and comes with the 6 settings, all conducting the car's moving aerodynamic surfaces. And take a look at the sketch, folks, as the air comes this way and goes and dissipates to both sides of the car, the upper and the lower. And then you have the ram induction here. And then you have the lift, and then you have the downforce. And then you have the engine cooling outlet. And then you have the air coming in here and going in here and being sucked out of here. And so the air is following this lead, and this air is coming through here. So you have a lot of effects going on, and the air coming straight out of here. But then you have the air also coming up here and turbulent its way back in here, and that circle effect. Now, you have the diffuser, you have the fan efflux, and the drag reduction duct. So this is basically helping you with the drag. Now, auto mode responds to driver's input, while braking mode doubles the level of downforce using the fan. So this fan is being used in the braking mode to double the downforce and deploys the rear aerofoils like an air brake. This shortens the braking distance of the T50 by 10 meters. Wow, now that's amazing. The high downforce mode will increase the amount of the car its force on the tarmac by 30%. So I did in the twisty bits, while the streamline mode reduces drag by 10%, eases off the downforce, and increases top speed and fuel consumption. Now underbody ducts are shut and the fan increases the trailing wake of the car, creating what Murray calls the virtual long tail. Finally, the VMAX mode works just like the streamline mode, but takes top speed over consumption and gives the car 30 horsepower boost using a 48 volt starter motor. So, history is repeating in the best possible way the phrase that's often used, warning on the perils of dumbly heading down the same well-trodden road to catastrophe. Is this the cause of jubilation? Gordon Murray, he of the rules stretching and awesomely successful Formula One cars and the majestic McLaren F1 road car, is working on a sequel, a carbon tube-free V12 three-seater designed from the ground up to weigh next to nothing and deliver the purest, most engaging driving experience since its last spectacular car. Now, it's always annoyed people that no one has done an F1 since the F1, says Murray. A rare of that sentiment could be construed as a lack of modesty. I know it sounds big-headed, but nobody done a pure lightweight focused driver car since. The T50 will be better in every way. Now the F1, you recall, Mary's mirror floor for original engineering and packaging with the McLaren composite expertise and BMW naturally aspirated V12. It seated 3 people, and for all its searing speed, was refined like a GT car, with luggage and air conditioning. It was conceived as a track car, but won a Le Mans 24 hours outright nonetheless. And boy, was this spectacular. In broad terms, the T50 shares much with the F1. A carbon fiber tube, enclosed 3-man cockpit, and every single component on the T50, the chassis, is bespoke and optimized for the car. The key to hitting Murray's target weight of just 980 kilograms. How when the McLaren 600 LT weighs more than 1200 kilograms? Most cars suffer from a committee decision in carryover parts. You can't get a car under 1,000 kilograms unless you start with a clean sheet of paper. Besides that, there isn't a single carryover component on the T50. So the T50 is neither turbo nor hybrid. There's a 48 volt generator powering the T50 400 millimeter fan. The key to is Brabin BT46B inspired aero. Instead, it uses a new V12 from Cosworth, the supplier of the V12 for the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Capable of revving beyond 12,000 RPM. It'll be the highest V12 ever built. 60 kilograms lighter than the F1 BMW engine, as well as the highest revving, says Murray. So this car is going to be awesome. It's going to be off the chain. Now they're hoping to build this car by 2022. Given the cost, this could be the last great analog supercar. Murray says, I've driven all the latest supercars. They're fantastic, but they don't involve you in any way, shape, or form. Get back into an F1 and the hairs on your back of your neck stand up. And Murray saying that T.50 will do the same thing. And that is amazing. Murray being himself, being a train engineer, um, he will deliver. And this car will be an icon like this one was, like the F1 was. This car will be the icon as well. The three-seater, the behemoth. And what an awesome car this will be. This is AO Automotive Reviews. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, share, and subscribe.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more interesting videos.